Hello, my name is JJ McGivern and I am majoring in Business Analytics and Information Systems. For this project, I analyzed the music video Glory by Common and John Legend, which is released in 2014. The song was written for the movie Selma and the music video was released in 2023. It focuses on historic 1965 voting rights. Marches led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The video has mixed scenes from the film with footage of artists performing, highlighting the emotional and historical weight of the civil rights movement. It relates to our Global Goal 16 for Peace, Justice, and Strong Institutions, targets 16.3 and 16.10. Target 16.3 focuses on promoting the rule of law, ensuring equal access to justice. In the video, there's common raps about injustices that still exist today, especially how Black Americans experience the justice system. A specific line that resonated with this was "Justice for all just ain't specific enough." It calls out how many laws exist but are not applied equally to all individuals of all races. Target 16.10 emphasizes public access to information and the protection of our freedoms. The music video is a form of education and protest. It spreads awareness both through historical and current injustices using powerful music and imagery. This inspires us to take action, which is also aligned with Target 16.10. Ultimately, Glory isn't just a tribute to the past heroes. It's a call to action to keep peace, justice accountable for institutions today. It connects history with the present, showing how art can spark awareness and change. The first communication term that I chose for this was hearing, which is defined in page 150 of our textbooks as the sensory process of receiving and perceiving sound. In other words, it doesn't just happen automatically. It differs from listening, and the fact that we can hear something and not listen to it, we can just hear the sound. That's hearing. Listening is paying attention and acting on it. By acting out, by processing or whatever. We see this in the music video Glory, right at the very beginning, from the first 35 seconds. The video opens with soft piano chords and John Legend's voice rising gently. Even before we focus on the lyrics or visuals, we hear the emotional tone being set. It's calm and reverent, but also full of weight. This is an example of hearing as the first step. It draws us in and prepares us emotionally before we even think about the message. Without realizing it, we've already started to feel the power of the song. My second term is information overload. Information overload is found on page 161 of the textbook, and it refers to the feeling of being overwhelmed by the huge amount of information we deal with daily. This can come from news, social media, ads, or even more emotional events that happen together. The textbook explains information overload makes it hard for us to concentrate or make good decisions, but our brains are constantly filtering what's important and what's not. In Glory, the feeling of information overload is shown visually from minute 130 to 145. Here we see the quick flashes of protesters, police officers in riot gear, civil rights leaders, and large crowds. All of this happens while the lyrics are talking about fighting injustice. The fast pace and dramatic visuals mirror how it feels in today's world to constantly take in the news, injustice, shootings, protesters, and police. The video doesn't just show us the history of all these things, though. What it does is it creates this information overload, and it pushes us to really start to feel what is happening in our communities. The third term that I chose is the vividness effect, which is on page 168. This is the idea that dramatic or emotionally powerful events stick to our minds and can distort how we really see reality. When something shocks us, we may think it happens more often than it really does. The textbook gave a great example of this when it said that people may fear plane crashes more than car accidents. Even though that plane crashes are super rare, they're always fatal and all over the news. But car accidents are fatal all the time and way more likely, yet we fear the plane crashes more. In Glory, the vividness effect is shown between minute 210 and about 220. During this section, we see disturbing but powerful images of civil rights protesters being attacked on the bridge in Selma. Even without knowing the historic details, these visuals stick with us. They created a strong and emotional reaction and a lasting memory, one that could make injustice feel more urgent and real. This is how the media uses vividness to influence public understanding, to force us to feel the message and not just hear it. Little quote or word one, hearing, not understanding. We've got to feel it and hear it. One idea that I want to keep practicing is being aware of the vividness effect. I realize how much the dramatic content affects how we view social issues, sometimes making things feel bigger, even scarier than they are. But in videos like Glory, vividness can be used to intentionally drive awareness and empathy towards issues that significantly matter in our community. Understanding this helps me realize that I not only need to respond and hear injustice, but react to it. Thank you so much for the video, and I hope you enjoyed.